So today we're having the second day of our adoption event. Yesterday we already had 5 horses adopted out. So this young man here is Noodle.
He's so pretty.
If we got no other horse adopted today but Noodle, this whole event would have been worthwhile.
This is where we'll do our adoption paperwork on Kaniki.
I think we found a match.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right, buddy, you are going home.
The journey we've taken with Colorado Horse Rescue Network really has been amazing. Pete and Carrie are amazing people, and our mentoring is coming to a close, but they have one last event that's really going to show us, it's basically a test to see if are they capable of being a full circle of life horse shelter and taking in horses regardless of their condition. And this surrender event is going to tell us how they do.
This morning, Colorado Horse Rescue Network is hosting a surrender day, and they're actually offering the general public $100 a horse if they surrender a horse to kind of prevent horses from going to auctions. So it's really exciting seeing them hosting an open admission surrender event for horses. It's so important for organizations to be able to take horses regardless of their condition. So we have no idea what type of horses or how many will be surrendered at this event today. They also have offered a gelding, low-cost gelding, and dental work for horses, especially going into winter. It's pretty important. I think yesterday they had 25 medical procedures done, and it'll be exciting to see what happens today.
Well, and it's really exciting to see this organization that we've mentored from where they had $500 in the bank to where now they're able to host a large event like this on their own. We're just here kind of watching and
seeing how much they've learned. We're seeing how much they've learned.
And it's exciting for us. So we couldn't be happier with the progress they've made.
Yeah, I mean, they got an amazing holding facility. They're having this open and surrender event for their community. And this is all very important stuff for horse welfare, you know, to be an open admission shelter and a full circle of life. And, you know, part of this event is they will be taking horses in even if they need euthanasia, and they'll have a vet on site to assess that. So helping horses regardless of what stage they're in is all about what this program is, because we got to help horses regardless of their condition.
And that is the full circle of life horse sheltering philosophy, is you help all the horses you can in your community, no matter what stage of life they're in.
So I'm excited to see how they do today, and I'll be watching kind of their process and giving ideas if they're for improvement, or, you know, maybe I'll be taking stuff away that I learned from them. So that would be awesome too. So it's always, you can never stop learning.
It's important to start the day off with everyone being on the same page. Carrie's about to have a staff meeting with her volunteers just to tell them about the event. You can see a lot of really critical horses come in with an open admission surrender event like this. So it's good to get everyone on the same page.
Today is going to be probably twice as busy as yesterday. We do have a whole lot more going this afternoon because we are also going to have the brand inspector here. We are going to be doing our surrenders today too. We do have surrenders both for euthanasia and just general surrenders that are here to be evaluated and taken into CHRN. We have no idea how many surrenders to expect. That's just part of these events. We don't ever know, right? We could get 5, we could get 30.
The staff meeting is over and there's a lot of trucks and trailers here. Today is going to be a hectic day.
Do you want to go ahead and sign in?
Absolutely.
Come on, Wish.
Yep, Wish is a graduate of CHRN. She's a sweet girl. So we've definitely got some sharp points. We got a pretty good one right next to her tongue up in the front. But on the back side of her mouth, the 2 last top molars are expired, so they're smooth to the gum. She's the first one of the day, and just some expired points where she's just grown all of her tooth out, and we just need to keep all the sharp points above so that it doesn't start cutting into the gum, and just getting the sharp points and getting her where she can chew a little bit easier and more comfortable, and on to the next, which I'm not sure who that is yet, but we'll find out.
This is our 3rd annual Equine Assistance Weekend. Most of our services are catered to getting castrations done on stallions over the age of 2, and we also offer free floats on horses over the age of 20. So that's our primary goal, is to help senior horses get through the winter and to try to get, fewer breeding stallions out there, especially horses of breeding age. During this week, we offer a $100 buyout to anyone who needs to surrender a horse, no questions asked. In the state of Colorado, they do have to provide proof of ownership. Yes. So we've got our wonderful brand inspector here who will be handling brand inspection paperwork on all of these surrendered horses. We did start this event actually with Horse Plus Humane Society several years ago.
Correct. That was an interesting event. Learned a lot.
Yeah, we learned. Yeah, it was kind of a trial by fire situation almost.
Yeah, and you know what? We're doing so much in just the one weekend. We're going to be assisting at least 50 horses, whether it's castrations, floats, or surrenders. So it's a busy weekend, but so many horses are going to be helped today.
It's a really neat event because they're doing an open admission shelter day, so horses can be surrendered, no questions asked.
And every 20 minutes, a truck and trailer are pulling in, so it's a busy day.
It's been really busy so far, and it just started.
All of our horses that we are taking in for floats today, anything over 20, which is what we consider a senior, we are actually covering the cost of that through grants and programs that we're working with. Our goal is to get as many seniors done as possible to help them get ready for the winter, which Colorado can be pretty harsh out here. This is Apache. Apache is 20. He is getting a float done today. Oh, do you want to stop for the camera? All right, so this is Montana. He is 25 and he is here for a float. So this is Cimarron. His owners are actually surrendering him to CHRN, and they actually want us to help place him for him, since we do quite a bit to make sure that we get him into the right home check requirements, and make sure we match him up to the right rider and family.
So Cimarron was surrendered to us just now. We are going to take him on and work with him a little bit. He has some anxiety about going into the stalls, as you can see, and loading. The owner wanted to make sure that she found the right home for him when she rehomed him. So she was entrusting us to make sure we do that.
This is Diamond. Diamond is 26 years old, and as you can tell, a little energetic. Just because they're old doesn't mean they should be thin. The family has done an amazing job, and I guess they just retired her this year. She won some team roping events last year. But yeah, the age is not an excuse. You can still keep him going. Oh my God, Diamond. Yeah, this is a great example of a 26-year-old horse who's very well cared for.
So yeah, we brought Diamond in today. She's 26 years old. We just retired her this past summer from team roping. She's team roped since she was young. As you can tell in the pictures of how she looks, she's very healthy. We don't believe in getting rid of a horse just because they're old, and she's just a sweet horse. She'll stay with us until it's time for her to go to another place, but she will live her life with us.
So I've already worked with CHRN. We've looked for a horse to adopt. It just didn't work out for us in the past. But I still follow them and still support them, and this event came open. We wanted to take advantage of it.
Hearts beat in unison, eyes wide open, two like one. Love won't leave.
I don't know how you do this, Carrie.
This kind of stuff is what keeps me going through all this, you know. Even talking to all my doctors, you know, everybody says have a passion. It keeps you alive a lot longer if you've got, you know, a passion. It's made a big difference in things for me to have something like this that every morning I wake up and I just, you know, I want to go do it.
This event is so helpful for the community. I mean, there's a lot of people that, you know, we take care of horses, we love them, but this just helps us to help other horses. So we just took in another one and we thought this was a wonderful event, just great opportunity to help, especially old horses. This is beautiful.
So we've got another surrender here. This will make I think our third or fourth this morning. Fortunately, we've got a great crew and they're staying on top of it, but of course all the surrenders decided to show up at the same time. And we are offering a $100 buyout on any of the horses that come today. So far, nobody has taken us up on it, but you know, if somebody needs that extra $100 to get through the winter and help feed their other horses or pay some bills, that's why we're offering the buyout. We're covering it 100%.
Not all the horses that come into an open admission surrender event come in good condition. And this horse, it really breaks my heart. It's really, really sad that there are horses out there who are really suffering on a day-to-day basis and their owners don't feel like they have an option, a place to take them. And that's why being a full circle of life horse shelter is so important, because every horse, regardless of its condition, needs a safe landing.
From what the owners are telling us, she has a really severe shoulder injury that has caused basically a three-legged horse. And you know, they made the decision that it is no longer humane for her to continue. They did try a lot of things. They've x-rayed and they have worked on her. She looks like she's been loved, but it is time for her to be given the last act of kindness. So she's gonna get as much grass hay as she wants. We tried carrots. Apparently she doesn't like them, but she likes grass hay. So you know, she'll go with that last memory right there.
We've done these open surrender events across the nation, and we've always found that when there's an opportunity for free euthanasia, there are horses that come to these events that desperately need euthanasia, as we're seeing in this case. And that's why these events are so important and why we need more rescues across the United States to start holding no questions asked surrender events so we can help horses that are truly suffering. And if they come in and they're adoptable, they can go into the adoption program. So this is just one of these really hard cases that's really hard to watch. But if the rescues like Colorado Horse Rescue Network wasn't here doing it, this horse could still, you know, not have any hope of peace. This is another case where a horse is coming into this event and clearly is in pain, can't walk. And this is, you know, the kindest thing to do for this horse, you know, when the veterinarian does the evaluation, is determining what is the kindest thing to do for this horse. And, you know, just from my experience, when a horse is in this condition, the last act of kindness is usually the kindest option, because there's so much arthritis and pain going on. And when a horse is lame to this extent, they are suffering. Well, I think the event is going along really, really well.
I'm just glad our vet's still alive.
Yes, you are working
that poor
her.
woman, she's getting worked to the bone, man.
Yeah, she is going to need a vacation after this.
Yeah.
Because, shoo, how many geldings yesterday?
Fortunately, she just had one.
Just one, okay. And then...
Fortunately, just one. Although I think that she could do castrations all day long, easier than she could do. Those floats are very physically demanding on a vet.
And she did 25 floats yesterday?
Technically, she ended up doing 26 because she had 25 that she did for the rescue network, and then we had one of our, in fact, Noodle.
Okay.
Noodle was here, got picked up from here.
Okay.
And I said, you know, let's just check him before we go. And she said, oh, he's got a couple of points, so let's go ahead and get Noodle done. So Noodle got his teeth done before he got picked up for his adoption.
Nice.
So that was, you know, it was a nice touch getting one more on her.
There you go.
Poor gal. Nope, she had 26 yesterday, and I think she's on track to be 27 today.
Phew. She's gonna need some massage care or something.
I told her that we were gonna get her some. We're gonna get her some icy hot. I think she's gonna need some good arm and shoulder massages here soon. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty positive about today so far, and we're not even halfway through the day yet. So I'm looking forward to see what the rest of the day brings. It's always interesting to see how many surrenders you end up with at an event like this. You know, when we've got the brand inspector on site and everything like that and just ready to go, I think it's terrific. We haven't had anybody upset yet either. That's always nice. When you do an event like this and you've got a lot of general public, it's always nice when everybody's so thankful and happy for the service you're providing. So I couldn't be happier.
So this is Gretchen. She is 7 and she's just here for a float. And she's a licker. She'll lick your hand. It was funny. I'm waiting for her owner. She's like, I'm gonna lick all of you. Come on, Gretchen.
Thank you so much for coming out today. We really appreciate it. We got quite a few horses brand inspected and
it was my pleasure. Nice day.
it was a beautiful day for this. Couldn't have asked for a better one.
No.
Good deal. Well, you take care, sir, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Oh no!
Nice. Just juice it on me. That's nice.
He's making applesauce.
It's like, I just like the juice. I don't want the apple. I just want to suck the juice out of it.
Yeah.
All right, so we are wrapped up here. We are 100% done. We've had a huge weekend. This has been our most successful event to date, for sure. A grand total of 66 equines that we helped over the weekend, and if you're counting the one Alyssa's stitching up right now, that's 67. So we had a big weekend, but now I gotta go write a big check. Real big check.
Carrie has a lot of bills from this event. She's back there writing out checks. What she doesn't know is we're going to give her another grant to help cover the intake cost of all these horses that came into this clinic and were helped by this clinic. So we're super excited to let her know, that she opened up the shelter doors and said we can help these horses, and she has. And now we're going to come in and give her another grant to help cover the cost of this event. Hey Carrie, you want to come on over here?
Yeah.
So how many horses were helped with this event?
We have a grand total of 66 equine that were assisted with this weekend event, and that is just in 2 days.
That is so awesome. And just, it takes a lot of, gumption for a rescue to hold an event like this. And we just wanted to give you an additional grant to cover all the cost involved with this, event.
You guys are too good to us.
We know, going in the winter, you can use that money for feed.
Oh, absolutely.
That you would have spent, helping all these horses here in Colorado. So,
well, we greatly appreciate that.
You guys are
too good to us. You really are.
Didn't mean to make you cry.
Yeah, I'm telling you, how many times have you seen me cry that's not on camera? I don't cry. I'm not a person that cries.
Well, you're doing amazing.
You guys just do it to me every time.
You're doing an amazing work here, and we are happy to ease the financial burden of this event, and hopefully you're able to go and do more because it's making a huge impact.
Just to think how many horses I'm keeping out of the slaughter pipeline by keeping them in their homes, that's what this is all about. Because it's great to save them from auctions, it's great to save them before they get to the auction, and it's the most heartwarming feeling to just keep them in their home in the first place. And that's what this event is all about, is just keeping these guys in their home. I greatly appreciate you guys helping out as much as you have. This is, like I say, this is unexpected, and it's going to be a huge help, especially for us going into winter. This is going to be a tough time for us, as it is for all horse owners going into, a year when we don't know what hay prices are going to do. So it is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, well, we're always happy to help.
All right. So I just wrote the check to Alyssa for the event. We're at 66 total equines helped, and since she's fantastic and knows I like easy math,
yes,
she charged us $100 for floats, $100 on castrations, and $100 on the euthanasias.
That is...
This is an awful big check.
Yes.
However, I just got some pretty fantastic, amazing news.
Okay.
Horse Plus is going to cover this event.
Oh, wow.
100%.
That is great.
Is it not awesome?
That is awesome.
She made me cry again.
Well, I am very, very happy that Horse Plus was here, and everything that we have learned from them has helped so many horses, not just at this event, but just over the last few years that we've been following a lot of what they've shown us.
I don't have the words really for everything that Horse Plus has done for us over these last 6 months. It's been an emotional roller coaster, not just because of the mentorship, but because they've been here through a really hard time for me personally, through my battle with cancer, through all of this. They've provided some much needed stability. They've provided some much needed guidance.
Yes. Yeah, if we had a question, they were there, and I know they're going to continue to be there, so we really, really appreciate it all.
Yeah, I don't think it could have come at a better time.
No,
I really don't.
No, it's perfect.
There were times that I was waking up in the morning thinking, I don't think that we can do this right now.
Yeah.
Almost wondering if we were going to have to put the organization on hold till I got better.
I know we had talked about, reducing numbers and just concentrating on super major cases, and you know what? We've grown quite a bit more in the last 6 months.
And that's just it. Instead of slowing down, we're like,
we just sped up.
We're going to go all in. We're all in. We're going to do this full circle program, and we're going to do it right. And we did. A huge, huge thank you to Horse Plus for the guidance with our program, and not just the guidance with our program, but not trying to change the program we had in place, but to make it better.
Yes.
Because that was the best part of all of this. We didn't get told anything about what we were doing was wrong, or what, or not to help the horses that we love to help. We were just told how to make everything better, how to make it a better business, how to make this full circle program work.
Yes.
And I hope they think the same.
Yeah.
But I think we've done a good job at it.
Yeah.
The surrender event is over, and Pete and Carrie have done an amazing job, and all their volunteers. It's just awesome to see them working so well together, and that I know this philosophy is really working well here in Colorado. It's time to load up the horses now and take them back to their facility.
All right, we are loaded up. We've got everything picked up. We've got everything ready to go. We've got our stalls clean. We've got our horses loaded up. We are headed home with, I guess there's 5 surrenders in the trailer headed home with us right now. We've got 5 headed home with us right now. And we're gonna get back to CHR, and we're gonna get everybody unloaded into the new holding pens.
Thanks to the $10,000 Full Circle of Life grant, they were able to purchase panels and additional shelters to make a large, safe area where they can unload horses at night, during the day, in a safe way. When a rescue rescues large numbers of horses, a lot of times you're bringing them into your facility at night, and if those horses don't have a safe place to be, there's chances are they could get injured running into a fence. Panel fencing is really just the best option for horses that we have found, and it's great to see that Colorado Horse Rescue Network now has this amazing holding facility where they can rescue large numbers of horses and bring them in regardless of what time of day it is, and the horses will be safe and can settle in at their facility and have fresh food and water.
All right, so we're back here at CHRN, and this just really goes to show after dark just how handy this pen is gonna be. We just backed right up, got everybody pushed out into the alley, and now they're pushed out into the pen. They've got shelter, they've got water, they've got, as much hay as they need. Good, these guys will be good and secure for tonight, and we can do a little bit of evaluation, work with them here in the next few days and try to get to know these guys a little better and see what we need to do to complete, whatever work they need before they go available for adoption.
So I hear you have some exciting news from your board of directors.
We do. After a lot of discussion and trying to figure out exactly how we're going to make all of this work, with me going back to chemo for not just 6 rounds this time, but an entire year, we have decided that bringing Pete on as an employee of the rescue really needs to happen at this point. During the summer, when he gets home and there's still a couple of hours to do things, it's one thing when you can do it in the daylight, but during the winter, there's so much more that needs to be done. We have a lot more feed we're putting out. There's going to be a lot more maintenance, making sure waterers are functional, all that stuff. And it just makes so much more sense right now for Pete to be here taking care of things, because I know that I'm probably not going to.
Kind of starts in the morning though, taking care of the animals, and then you go to your work, and then you come home and take care of the animals again.
Yep. I think the other day I figured I had a 17-hour day in the middle of October. That's starting in the dark and ending well after dark. Really nice to be able to work kind of normal hours and then be able to spend some more time with my family and be here.
I'm so excited. It's a huge step for your organization.
I agree. It's really a lot of peace of mind to know that, if I've got him here full time, that this stuff is going to be getting done. And that's been the biggest concern that I've had all along, is just knowing that there's going to be someone here able to get it done on the days that I'm just not capable of doing so.
So one of my goals for the United States is an open admission shelter for horses within a day's drive of every horse in America. And I think that goal is attainable.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely it is.
A day's journey is what, all of Colorado, or for you guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how long of a day you want, but you can get half of Wyoming, all of Colorado, half of Utah, half of New Mexico.
Half of Kansas.
Half of Kansas, half of Nebraska. I mean.
Yeah. No, within a day's drive, we can cover a lot of area here. So no, that's.
Because then horse owners, no matter where they're at, have an option.
We do have to say goodbye. We hate goodbyes, but this has been an amazing journey to take with you guys.
And it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
No,
we're always
this
here for you.
This isn't a big goodbye. This is just a goodbye for now.
Yeah,
this is
for sure
the start of, I imagine, many more times that we will be working together in the future.
Absolutely.
It's super special to me that you guys were here. You were here in the beginning. That is just, like I say, it's just really special that you've seen just how far we've come. You were here years ago and saw what we were starting with, and the fact that you've got to see a lot of our changes and seeing us come full circle with the Full Circle program, I think is.
So you're planning on continuing the Full Circle?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're not going back?
No, I believed in the program before you guys came here. We had already implemented the program before you guys came here, and now you guys have helped us perfect it. We are absolutely sticking with it. Absolutely. I think we are doing the most good that way.
And how many Full Circle life shelters for horses are there in Colorado?
To my knowledge, we're the only one. And I also believe, to my knowledge, we are the only open door facility in the state of Colorado as well. There's a lot of places that, are referring horses our way because they're full. And I'm glad that we are that organization that people can turn to when they don't have any other place they can go.
Well, absolutely. And it used to be just Horse Plus was the only open admission shelter. And then we went to Wisconsin with Ponytails, and now they're an open admission shelter. And now you all are an open admission shelter. And we're super proud of you all, but I just keep up the good work, and the journey ahead, just stay strong and always rely on each other. It's been amazing being here at Colorado Horse Rescue Network and just being part of this journey with them with the Full Circle of Life Horse Shelter. I mean, this program works.
Well, absolutely. This philosophy has worked so well at our organization. It worked really well in Wisconsin with Ponytails, and now it's worked very well in Colorado with Colorado Horse Rescue Network.
This program can work at multiple organizations across the United States, and it could end horse slaughter. If we can get more organizations to become Full Circle of Life horse shelters, not turning away any horses regardless of their age, their condition, we can change the horse welfare industry, and we can do it together.
I think next year we need to help as many organizations as we can.
I think so. It's a proven philosophy. We know it works in Wisconsin, Tennessee, and Colorado. And now it's time to work across the United States.